spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equals. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy Dtlf back with another pregame live stream as the Lakers get set to face the Clippers during our home opener of the season, our first one. Very, very excited for this game. We just got word of the starting lineup like 30 minutes ago. I'm going to break all of that down. Also going to talk about Russell Westbrook's quote at the end of the last game and a bunch of stuff, man. How y'all doing today? Let's see. How's the family doing? Everybody's hyped. What's up, Laker girl? What's up, Jordan? Lakers over everything, my boy. Salute to all y'all, man, for being here early to the pregame. All right, let's get into it. Check this out. So, Jovan Bua from The Athletic reported earlier that the same starters for the Lakers as the first game of the season versus the Warriors. So we get Russell Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, Patrick Beverly, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Not a big fan of this lineup. I pretty much dislike the floor spacing. And I'm starting to figure out why Darvin is doing it like this, because since he's playing Anthony Davis at the 5, he feels like he can get away with sliding in a Russell Westbrook to a starting lineup, or a Lonnie Walker or Patrick Beverly, who aren't really premier shooters. But as far as shooting goes, this isn't necessarily a good shooting team regardless. However, tonight we got to play through our strengths, man, and that's Anthony Davis, because that's our starting lineup. The Clippers starting lineup, we already got word of that, is Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Norman Powell, Marcus Morris, and Ivica Zubac. So if you look at it on paper, our starting lineup is clearly head and shoulders better than theirs, just by the fact that we got LeBron and AD on it, right? And by the way, the news today was that the Clippers are bringing out Kawhi Leonard off the bench. Even Skip Bayless is nervous about that because, again, he's not 100% healthy, either that or they're just babying him always, all right? They call AD street clothes, by the way, just so y'all know. What up, T? What's up, Z? So I do want to talk about the matchups tonight, what we got to do to win tonight's game and all that, but I'll leave that for the next topic. Right now, I want to talk about what Russell Westbrook said at the end of the last game. The reporters asked him if coming off the bench led to the groin injury, to which Russell Westbrook replied, absolutely. Which is not right, man. Right away, you're throwing your coaching staff under the bus. And this is what Darvin Ham had to say today in his response to what Russ said. Darvin Ham was asked about the Westbrook comments about coming off the bench and how Russ thought that might impact his routine and health. And Ham said that the Lakers will never put a player at risk. He added that he's going to do what's best for our team to be as successful as can be. Now, what does that mean? Obviously, again, the Lakers are coming out with the same starting lineup. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Russ is potentially on his last legs as a starter, maybe even on this roster? Maybe they're giving him the final opportunity to prove that he can, coexist with LeBron and Pat Bev. I don't know why, because neither of those guys are shooters. So, and by the way, Patrick Beverly had an atrocious game 1. He got himself in foul trouble, and he was basically just on the court, right? So what's up, Craig? What's up, Benaya? Darvin Ham wanted to keep Westbrook, and this is what he got. Well, let's see what happens, because there's still a lot of time to make adjustments. But I'll say this, man. The starting lineup that we're going up against tonight, Reggie Jackson, he always kills the Lakers. Paul George, streaky. They can't count on him, but hopefully we can contain him a little bit. Norman Powell is the one I fear for. He could be their X factor in the starting lineup. UCLA product, playing in front of the real LA fans, Laker fans. He might want to go off. So watch out for Norman Powell tonight. Marcus Morris is another one that could be a wild card. You just never know what to expect. And Ivica Zubac. Listen, neither Markieff Morris, or is it Marcus? I always confuse them. Marcus Morris. Neither Marcus Morris or Ivica Zubac should be able to check LeBron James when he gets in the paint, or Anthony Davis. So I want those two brothers to go crazy tonight. I want them to go I just want them to go destroy the court, all right? Just go crazy. All right, eat them up in the paint, because that's the key. If we can put pressure, have the defense backpedaling all game long, it's going to be a long night for the Clippers, and especially because obviously the whole Kawhi Leonard situation, right? He's coming off the bench, so it might take him a little bit to catch his rhythm. It's a little different, right? So I think the Lakers again have a golden opportunity to take advantage of their misfortune. And will the Lakers do it tonight? Keys to tonight's matchups is we need more production for the role players. Okay, I need Lonnie Walker, Patrick Beverly especially. He did nothing game one. We brought you for these big games. All right, I don't care. Listen. This is the one I want more than even versus the Warriors. I really want this game tonight. All right. The last thing I want to hear is delusional Clipper fans in my mentions after the game talking about we run LA and all that BS. So please, Lakers, take care of business tonight. Y'all got a chance. Again, they got to go ham in the paint. They got to go crazy in the paint, right? Now, I will say, man, can Anthony Davis get over 30 points efficiently? We need to do that. We need to continue to feed the beast. Our shooting isn't our strength. So let's go down low to AD. Maybe, he gets a couple of ISO plays. I'm sure the Lakers are still going to shoot three-pointers, but if they're not knocking them down, I want them to adjust, right? Again, y'all just tuning in, same starters as versus the Golden State Warriors, unfortunately. And again, the Clippers are benching Kawhi Leonard due to the ACL injury he's coming back from, he's rehabbing from. So we have a chance to pounce on them early on and get ahead in the count. And that's what we got to do. Right, that's what we got to do for sure. But I do want to see more production, especially from our bench. I want to see Kendrick Nunn show up. Too many turnovers for him. He had 3 the last game. How about keep it down to 1 or less? Right. I want to see Patrick Beverly. Don't settle for 3-point shots, man. That's not your game, anyways. So I would like to see him either drive to the basket or pass, but really focus primarily on defense. All that energy he had on the Timberwolves versus the Clippers, we're gonna need that tonight, bro. For real. Like, I need him here. We need him tonight to go off and be a factor. Frankie Davis says the Lakers must take care of business against the Flippers. This is a very personal game for all Laker fans, including myself, and your business gets a dub. Yeah, absolutely. This is personal. And I know the players just treat it like another game, but not for us Laker fans, man. Us Laker fans, we despise that franchise. They've been trying to disrespect. I wouldn't say disrespecting because they haven't done nothing on the court, really. They have 0 championships, but they've been trying to disrespect us for a long time, and we got to put them back in their place. That's the bottom line. And I had some Clipper fans getting real jumpy with me, talking about we're living in the past. I'm going to tell them how I told them a couple years ago when we won the championship, before they knew we were going to win the championship. I told them we're living in the present. All right, we're living in the past, the present, and in the future, because in every single version of the timeline, we dominate y'all, especially when it comes to the ultimate goal, which is championships. So I want to hear none of that BS. And by the way, like I said, the Clippers people are acting like the Clippers are supremely talented. Do they have nice wings? Sure. But look, we got to look at our advantages. AD destroys any big man they have. Any. All right. LeBron James, to me, is the best superstar out of between Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and LeBron. LeBron James is the best superstar. Will he show up tonight? Now, that's the question mark. Right? So, benches, they might have the edge on benches because matter of fact, some of the role players, they might have the edge there because obviously Norman Powell is a huge acquisition that they stole away from Portland last year. They didn't even give up a first-round pick. Reggie Jackson is somebody who, for some reason, I don't know if he thinks the Lakers are trying to pick him up or something, but he always shows up versus us. I have no clue why. If he's a Zubats, he's an average center, so we should be able to exploit that. But again, it's going to be on this game tonight. Rest on Anthony Davis' shoulders once again. Take the keys, AD. Show Los Angeles that this is your city, not just your team, but your city, right? Because right now, LeBron still owns it, right? LeBron still had more points and a better stat line than AD, even though AD was more efficient. But I need AD to take 25-plus shots tonight. And I mean in the paint, most of them. And then if he catches a rhythm, then we can go outside, right? He said Clippers are like the Padres. They irritate me. Same here, Craig. They're one of the most obnoxious, loud for no reason fan bases. Like fans are supposed to be loud, and I get that, and we are damn sure loud, right? But the Clippers fan base is loud for no reason because, listen, man, let's not pretend like y'all not paying $20 a ticket, all right, to get in there. Like Steve Ballmer's almost paying you guys to show up to the game. So it wasn't boring yesterday, Clipper fans. All I gotta say to them is, y'all don't run nothing. Y'all don't even run the block, let alone the city. All right, we run the league. That's the difference. We're focused on championships. Y'all focus on us. So tonight, hopefully, we can put the Clippers in their place. I think we can. I have a good feeling. I've been feeling a win tonight all day since I woke up. I'm feeling it, Laker Nation. Let's get it. Don't let me down, Lakers. We need to see Damian Jones tonight. You know what, Esther? You're absolutely right. And this is a perfect game. I don't understand why this starting lineup again. The only explanation would be camaraderie and consistency, right? They want to maybe start AD all season at the center. I don't know. But this game has Damian Jones written all over it. It's going to get scrappy in the paint. There's big bodies like Zubats, and you definitely don't want AD guarding him, banging down low with such a heavy player, right? Because what's going to happen is you risk injuries again, right? So that's what we need. Listen, the Lakers need to come out here with a sense of urgency. No more messing around in the first quarter, blowing layups. Russell, I'm looking at you, Westbrook. No more, none of that. None of that. Because I'm going to be pissed if we take an L to the Clippers after the game. Y'all not even going to want to tune in after the game because I'm probably going to go off if that happens. So tonight, we need positive energy, man. Positive energy. He said, Dan, I'm a Warriors fan and the Clippers irritate me. Absolutely. The Clippers are the worst fan base in the league. And by far, right? The Clippers by far are the worst fan base in the league. Facts. And I'm not saying, and what I mean by worse is like less educated. They really believe they're going to win the championship every year. Their favorite analyst is Charles Barkley because, he blows smoke all over all up, where the sun don't shine. So do you have another lucky jacket, Dan? I do. I have a new one, but I don't want to break it out yet. I broke the other one out too prematurely, man. But I'll break out the new one that the homegirl let me have probably when we really, really, really need a win, probably later down the stretch during the season, bro. But look, I'm going to say this. This game and even the last game was very winnable. I know that the Warriors are a fine-tuned old machine and they shoot lights out and all it takes is a quarter to blow you out. But I really don't see anybody on the Clippers with that type of firepower, right? Luke Kennard is probably their best shooter. So as long as we don't let him get 18-plus points, we should be all right. Keys to tonight's game are similar to the Warriors ones, except we need to not just take care of the basketball and limit transition buckets, but also we need to knock down our shots, man. We couldn't hit nothing. If we knock down our shots early, or at least some of those shots, the game's going to open up a lot more. Right now, everything is stagnant because we're getting wide open shots and teams are just sagging off. They're daring us to shoot it. So we got to make them pay. That's right, T. That's right. What's up, Jason Black? Yeah, I'm hyped, though, man. This is our regular season home opener. All right. Matter of fact, every game that we play the Clippers is our home opener because we're always at home. So that's the advantage we have. We need to take advantage of that. Even when they, decorated with their ugly LA Times court hardwood floor, that ugly Grand Theft Auto font that they jocked off of the PS2 and shit. Even then, it's still home court advantage. We got to take care of it, man. Jonathan Reyes says, Dan, another slow start, no floor spacing. Thanks for super chat, bro. Yeah, I am bummed out about the starting lineup, but I'm giving Darvin Ham the benefit of the doubt at least for a little bit, man. I want to see what he does. And if he adjusts after a couple of games or how long it takes him, I'm really gauging what this coach does, right? I like how he called timeouts last game and how we came out of those timeouts. So I'm paying extremely close attention to everything from rotations to starting lineup to the way he handles himself in the media after games. Everything matters. So, but Naya said, Dan, Charles guaranteed the Clippers win it all. He's always wrong. That's what I love about it. When he basically gives your team the benefit of the doubt, you're pretty much screwed. So, but look, we've seen this movie. A lot of ESPN analysts and Fox analysts pick the Clippers again. They keep picking them every year. They think that eventually they're going to land, like even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So they think that eventually they're going to land the prediction. But bottom line is this. Clippers ain't never winning shit. So even that broken clock is not going to be right. So they could keep re-predicting the same thing over and over, rehashing it. They're still not going to win. Good luck. He said, Dan, let's be honest. Ham has a tough job, just like Vogel did. Other than LeBron and AD, we don't have any two-way players. Putting our rotations in scramble mode, I understand coach searching. I'm gonna disagree, Cisco. You know what the job was when you took it, and you wanted it, and you wanted Russell Westbrook on your team. So this is your problem to fix. This is your job. This is why he gets paid the big bucks. He got a 4-year deal. Congratulations, but now it's time to shine. And what I mean by that is, okay, you may not have the shooters, but why go small ball then, right? Why not play to your advantages? In Milwaukee, they're not really – they have shooters, but they're not necessarily a three-point shooting team. They're a defensive-minded team that utilizes their size. They use Brook Lopez and Giannis at the 4 and Chris Middleton at the 3. So they utilize all their size, and we have size on the roster this year. You can't tell me we don't. Now, yes, we are oversaturated with guards. I get that, but you can stagger their minutes and play some of the guards, play some of the wings. Play some more Juan Toscano at the wing. You could put Damian Jones at the center, AD at the 4, LeBron at the 3. You could put Austin Reeves at the 2 and Patrick Beverly at the 1. Or if you want more scoring, you could put Lonnie Walker, or I would say Kendrick Nunn at the 2 because he's a little bit better at floor spacing. So you have options, utilize them. Why in the heck are we playing small ball when our team isn't tailor-made to knock down threes? Small ball is for three-point shooting teams. The Warriors can do that because they got 3 shooters everywhere. We can't. You see what I mean? He said, Dan, our team is a mule in a horse race. All we did is change the jockey. Coach, we still have a mule. I don't think it's a mule, but I do think it's definitely missing some stuff, okay? We could use maybe a legitimate big man that Darvin Ham actually trusts to start alongside AD. We could use that. I don't want to throw out names anymore. I'm sick of talking trade rumors. Or some three-point shooting that could help, play that 4-out, 1-in offense that we're trying to desperately run here. So Darvin Ham has to be held accountable because he likes his roster, but he misutilized the game 1. Now, granted, he called the timeout at the right time to put us back in the game a couple of times, but eventually that starting lineup hampered us to the point where we completely got blown out in the third quarter. So we need to come out with quick starts. This is what people don't understand. LeBron is getting older. So since LeBron James, I noticed sometimes it takes him a little bit to ramp up. He usually ramps up around the third, fourth quarter, believe it or not. Yeah, the first half, he was kind of coasting the first game. So early in the season, we're going to need somebody. Early in the season, we're going to need other players like AD, Lonnie Walker, whoever else is starting to carry some of that offense. Problem is, when you start Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly, that is such a, they can build a brick house with all the threes they're going to break in that starting lineup. And LeBron James and Anthony Davis need pressure relieved by kicking it out to the shooters, and they should knock down shots. If not, guess what? The defense is just going to park right in front of AD and LeBron and not let them get in the paint. The paint is going to be congested, and now we can't go to our strength, right? So it's all a matter of how you utilize your roster. I'm giving Darvin Ham the benefit of the doubt because it's early, and I believe in Coach, and I think he'll make the right decisions down the line. Maybe he's just trying to give Russell Westbrook the last opportunities to prove himself. But if we keep catching L's, more chances than not, he's going to make not only a starting lineup change, but maybe even a rotational change. Hey, what's up, Tasia? Start Nunn. Now, Nunn could be a good option for the starting lineup, especially if you have Russ there, because at least you have one shooter in the backcourt and one slasher. Russell Westbrook still has some athleticism and speed. That's why I wanted him off the bench where he can really utilize that full time. But with the starting lineup, it's too congested. It's not enough floor spacing, so he can't utilize that. A lot of the times he just becomes, a stand-around guy, and he's only really, effective in transition from what I've seen in game 1. And he's very effective in transition on times. He goes 1-on-5 sometimes, and sometimes he gets out of control, which drives me nuts. But off the bench, if he were to truly buy out into that role, I've been clamoring for him to come off the bench since last season. It would really work because now you can play your game. And by the way, the bench has better floor spaces like Kendrick Nunn anyways, and you'll have better space to operate. Plus, you're going up against second units, right? So you'll be able to exploit the weaknesses on the defense a lot better. That's the word I was looking for. It's early. NBA 2K God, it's early, man. He said Ham's not so great of a coach. We can't gauge him yet. Let's give him some time because maybe he's adjusting himself and he's trying to give everybody a fair shot early. But he is going to have to make quicker adjustments because this season is very, very crucial that we are in position to compete for the postseason down the stretch. And if these substitution patterns and rotations take us out, that's going to be a problem, right? So let's hope for everybody's sake that Darvin Ham knows what he's doing and he gets it right sooner than later. But look, my energy is tonight we beating the Clippers, all right? And then you might disagree with me, that's fine. But you know what? I gotta tell y'all, man. We match up. I thought we matched up well versus the Warriors, but we match up, I think, really well versus the Clippers. Now they do have some depth. I'll say this: their bench is deeper than ours, and their role players, some of them are better than ours. So I will say they definitely have some depth. I'd be lying to you guys if I say they did not. But our stars are better than theirs, and this is where we have to win the game. If our role players can chip in as well, if our role players chip in, then guess what? All of a sudden, what happens, right? Role players chip in. Now all of a sudden, not only our starters are beasting, but so are our role players. So we need to win the battle of the starting lineup first, and secondly, we need to at least match up with our role players. But look, I'll tell you guys, like my good friend, old Patrick Beverly said, all right,
Fuck out of here.
This is what my man said right here.
Weak ass Clippers. Beat they motherfucking ass. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Yes. That's the Patrick Beverly I want to see tonight, baby. That's the one. All right, let's bring that energy right there. Weak ass Clippers, beat they fucking ass, bro. From the moment he said that, when he played the Timberwolves, I tweeted. He won me over a little bit. So when we acquired him, this is the game I circled on my calendar. I was like, are we finally going to have somebody who cares about this LA Laker battle? I want to call it a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. We own them. But that cares about winning these games, right? We finally got that role player now. And so I want to see him, put up or shut up, Patrick Beverly. Tonight, I want to see him come out here, get a couple of, steals, maybe knock down a couple of wide open shots, finish some buckets in transition that we go, okay, Pat, I want him to be that Patrick Beverly tonight. And I feel like he will be that Patrick Beverly tonight. But we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't prove me wrong because, man, I was skeptical when we acquired him, Voice of Reason, thanks so much for Super Chat, bro. He said, Dan is at his best when putting the Clippers in his place. I was born to spike that volleyball team away, man. You see that volleyball they have on their chest? That's a volleyball. Look at the patterns. I was born to spike that shit. That's what I was born here to do, man. So, and the reason I'm so feisty, if you're new to the channel, when it comes to Clippers, they have always disrespected us, man. Just look at the history, the recent history. Because before, they were just a good little stepbrother, right? Just a good little stepbrother in the background. But as soon as they got that little Lob City, it got to their head. Their fans all of a sudden grew a new pair that they never had, all 7 of them, and they started talking crazy to us. So that's where all of this animosity stems from, and the fact that they're the most annoying fan base because they don't win shit, man. They don't win diddly squat, and yet they talk the most. And you got clowns like Chuck gassing them up even more, and bigger clowns like Clipper Darrell, believing everything that the other clown Chuck said. So, and Chuck is hilarious. All right, I don't hate Chuck. I hate what he says about us because some people are actually gullible enough where they believe this shit, but none of it is true. Everybody knows Chuck is wrong 9 times out of 10. All right, he'll hit on a couple of things here and there. I won't say nobody's ever wrong all the time, but Charles Barkley, man, this guy, he's something else. Hey, what up, Tara? How you doing? Good to see you, girl. Hey, Dan, I'm just tuning in. What's your thoughts on Woj reports that the Lakers will wait till Thanksgiving to make a move such as a trade? Do you buy it? It all depends, and I've been saying this since the offseason, brother. And good question, by the way. It all depends on how good we come out of the gates. I still feel like the Lakers could surprise some of these teams and get wins. Tonight would be nice. If we can even out, we can go 1-1 after the first game. If we can win tonight, that'll be nice. A lot of people's pessimism will turn into optimism again. So the Lakers need this win, if anything, to give us some sanity, all right? Because, a lot of the things we saw versus the Warriors were problems we had in preseason. So if we can start turning the page here and maybe collect a couple of wins starting tonight, then maybe people could be a lot more positive, right? So I was talking with a friend, and he was like, man, why are Laker fans so negative, this and that? I'm like, because we pay a premium to watch the team that we love, and we'll never stop watching. Even if they charge us $300 for cable, or if the tickets cost $1,000, $2,000, whatever, we'll always find a way to scrape the barrel and watch the games because we love our team, right? So they have the right to complain. That's what I told them. Normally I'm defending the team and all that, and I'm still defending them. But everybody has the right to complain, be upset, because for the past couple of seasons, we haven't got the product. The standard is up here. We haven't got the product we're paying for, right? So we need the Lakers to hook us up again, man. They need to hook Laker Nation up once again. He said, if we blow out the strippers, hit the like button for your boy DTLF. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Dan, did you see the Lakers new signing? Devin Candy, that guy shot 40% and 91% from the free throw line. No, I wasn't aware that the Lakers signed somebody. Is that just now? That's crazy. That's crazy. I wasn't aware. He said, Flipper fans are like Madre fans, talk a lot of smack and have nothing to show for it. Exactly. That's what irritates me, right? That's what irritates me, man. That'd be like me going up, in my nice little Honda, my nice little Honda, but I try to race a super sports car, and I pull up next to him and I start revving the engine and talking shit. Bro, I'm gonna get blown I'm gonna get blown out. Why do that? You're gonna look ridiculous. This is the same thing I say to Clipper fans. Why talk shit when we've seen this movie? It's a broken record. It's gonna repeat itself, right? But hey, they want to embarrass themselves. They want to be the most embarrassing, obnoxious, silly fan base. By all means, go for it. And I promise you, and I hope it doesn't happen, but if we lose, you're gonna see just how silly their fan base is in the chat. Right now, they're real quiet. They're real quiet because they know we have a good chance of winning tonight. So they're real quiet, but they don't stay quiet very long. All 7 of them create like 1 million accounts and they start spamming shit. Really, really trashy. He said, eliminating the Dodgers and winning a series after 26 years is all they have. Ain't winning the World Series. Facts. So we are supposed to compete, and the front office gives us this. He said, we Laker fans deserve to be happy, man. It's been almost 3 years since we've been relevant. I 110% agree. And this is why I say, yeah, I'm okay with the Lakers putting pressure on the front office. I have no problem with it. Usually I say, let's give them time, guys. I'm usually really patient. But even Dan, the Laker fans, patience wears thin, right? And so, like I was talking with my friend, good friend of mine, and we were talking about the subject. Like, yeah, you know what? Laker fans, they're negative, but it's for a reason. It's not like we haven't been patient after winning the championship in 2020. We've been very, very patient. And before that, we were very patient with the rebuild. It's all about giving us hope and then showing something for it. Don't just give us false hope and then we get disappointed, right? At least with the young core, we knew we were building for something special, right? But right now, we're kind of a middle of the road team. We don't know who we are. We don't have an identity, okay? We're not a tanking team, and we're not a contender right as of right this moment. Maybe we'll build up to become that, especially if we make a trade to complement that. But right now, it's one of those things. Oh, the South Bay Lakers signed him. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you so much, Sarah. Look, I know everything Lakers, so the fact that potentially slipped by me, that I was confused. So I'm glad you cleared that up. The South Bay Lakers, I haven't been aware. I haven't been watching them this season yet. I'll eventually tune in, but it's one of those things where hopefully they, because they've done a great job of developing talent. So hopefully they do develop something, and we might need to go down to South Bay at some point. Maybe even as soon as the season. I doubt it, but maybe even, right? He said, here we go, Lakers, here we go. We're going to win tonight, man. I feel it in my blood, man. My blood is boiling right now with Laker passion. We need to win tonight. I'll probably bring out the Laker flags. I haven't waved those in a minute. That's how bad we've been last year. But listen, we win tonight. I'll be so hyped. I'll bring out the Laker flags. I don't care what people say, what the critics say. I'll be that happy. All right, but we need that. He said, we slacked off in preseason, and now we're paying for it. Agreed. And that's why I never want to hear the apologists say, oh, preseason doesn't matter. Is it just preseason, guys? Not after last season. I used to say that before last season. But after last season, it matters. All right, from here on out, we want preparation from the get, from training camp to preseason to regular season to postseason, hopefully, and beyond. We need to be prepared at all times. Micah says, honestly, Dan, they can win the series, but as much as they talk, they better win a chip this season. He said, the Flippers run their mouth like they got rings, but we're in the present, and they've been winning. They've been winning regular season, but hey, there's a lot of other teams that win in regular season, never do anything, and they never get picked. And I just feel like, I'll be honest with you, I feel like a lot of people that pick the Clippers to win it all, it simply stems from their hatred of the Lakers. It has nothing to do with basketball knowledge. It's just they're making it personal. It's never business. So we know Chuck hates the Lakers. Every time we even do good, he never really hypes us up. But that's why I'm here, baby. I'm here to hype us up. I'm here to gas us up when we do good, and I'm also here to speak facts when we do bad. So hopefully tonight they'll make us proud, man. Because Laker Nation we're hungry for wins. We're starving. We want to see our team back on top of the mountain, and it's a long season, baby. So it all starts with games like tonight. And again, Patrick Beverly, I'm looking at you. All right, you said, and I quote, I won't quote because I might not get it right, but he basically said that, hey, if I was on the Lakers, we'd for sure make the postseason. Well, it starts with games like tonight, bro. It really does. So we need this dub. Let's get that shit, man. Any comments before I get off, though? Really quick, I want to shout out my sponsor, Prize Picks, man. Hey, I won $125 on opening night So even though our Lakers loss now was down, I didn't catch all L's because Prize Picks, yo, is the easiest app to use, and I recommend it to anybody who likes daily fantasy sports. And by the way, with my promo code DTLF, you get to basically play with free money, right? They guarantee you the first deposit, they'll match it with promo money that you can use and win real money. So if you guys want to get into it, now's the time. He said, reminds me of the Sacramento Kings in the early 2000s. Hey, but listen, the Sacramento Kings had a squad and they were determined. I actually feared the Sacramento Kings back then more than whatever this Clipper team is every year, right? So I actually respected that team a lot more than anything the Clippers have accomplished. The Clippers have only really gotten far because of injuries in the West. That's why they made it to the Western Conference Finals. If not, they'd still be a guaranteed second-round elimination team, right? He said, Matt Ryan is the wild card, Dan. I don't think we can really count on him because if it's not three-point shooting, he's not doing much. Defensively, he's not there. Offensively, he can't put the ball on the floor. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a great passer. So I'm not looking for Matt Ryan. I'm looking more for Austin Reeves because he can do different things. And when his shot is falling, he is a jack of all trades type of guy, right? He said, let's beat the brakes off of these Clippers. I'm tired of their fans talking. Man, I'm sick of it. He said, LeBron's going for 50 tonight. Oof, that would be nice. That would be nice. Because remember, Kawhi Leonard did drop some weird commercial, some robotic, I call him Dr. Robotnik. Those of you old Sonic fans know exactly what I'm talking about. This guy is robotic, man. He said he doesn't watch NBA games on off days. Like, what the hell, bro? You play for the NBA. It'd be in your best interest to scout the competition, right? Unless he doesn't care about winning. But look, LeBron James, tonight, mark your territory, man. This is your city, bro. This is really Kobe's city, but you're holding the torch right now, right? You're holding the torch right now because AD still hasn't took it. We need a full season of AD domination for him to take the torch. So you hold the torch of Los Angeles for now, and tonight we need you to mark your territory, all right? Because at the end of the day, Kawhi might be quiet, but he's a baller. All right, he is. He's a hooper. He's the only Clipper that I respect on that current roster. Everybody else is just all this, right? But Kawhi Leonard is a champion for a reason. So I want LeBron to outduel Kawhi Leonard. And I don't buy this BS about them bringing him off the bench. He's probably still going to play starter minutes, and he's probably still going to try to go off, okay? So we need to make sure we're prepared for that. If we can, like I said, subtract either him or Paul George from the game, we'll have a great shot. But, of course, we need LeBron James and Anthony Davis to be the brightest stars tonight for LA, right? If they can do that and the role players show up even just a little, we'll win the game. However, if one of the two or both struggle and then the role players struggle as well, it's going to be a long night. So let's get this dub, man. I cannot wait for tip-off. I cannot wait. So final questions, guys. Final questions, comments, concerns. Drop them in the chat now. He said, hey, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't LeBron say that he was going to play most of preseason games during media day? Now we look lost out there. Yeah, I heard he was going to play at least half of them, and I don't remember. I think he did play half of them, but some of those he only played one half, so you might have a point there. But still, I would have just liked for them to get more camaraderie and play together more. That way they could have shined early in the season, and now it might take us a couple more games to gel, and there might be some learning curves we have to go through in order to start winning games or putting together a nice little streak. But I would like for us, when was the last time you could say that the Lakers have been on a 10-game win streak or even a 5-game win streak? The most we've gotten over the past couple seasons has been like 3 or 4 max. So I would like for us to go on a nice little win streak, and it starts with games like tonight. If we can win tonight, it'll be a great confidence booster. And we'll head over to Portland and take care of business, right? So hopefully that happens. XRP, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for super chat, brother. Much love. He said Westbrook needs to be traded for this team to be successful and have a true fresh start away from last year's team. And it's obvious that he doesn't want to be here. As long as we get a fair trade, make it happen, Captain. You know what, man? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I really didn't like his answer he had on the last game at all. Talking about the routine of not starting is one of the reasons he tweaked his back. Like, come on, bro. We're all adults here. You're not talking to children. Don't play us like that. Laker fans are intelligent. All right, half Laker Nation already suspected that you was faking the injury because they brought you off the bench. And all of a sudden you start and you're all good, but your back was tightening up because you came up. Come on. Or your hamstring was tight. No, bro, stop. Please don't be that guy. Don't be the excuse maker, deflect blame everybody else. I'm the victim. And then what's worse is your peers are going to feed into that because they hate the Lakers as well. Oh, I'm with Russ. I'm rocking with Russ because, Russ ain't do nothing wrong. He's just a professional. They don't watch the games like we do, right? They're only on the outside looking in. So no more excuses from this man. I need him to play efficient basketball if he's going to start. That means, please, keep it to 3 turnovers or less, please. Preferably less, all right? And also, finish your buckets in transition. I mean, he still has some explosion. He showed it last game. He just needs to pick and choose when to attack. That's why I preferred the bench for him. But that's neither here or there. Tonight, we're rocking with him starting the lineup. But you might have a point. Maybe we won't reset and get the right identity till he's off the roster. And it's something that I thought would happen this summer, but unfortunately it did not. So now we got to deal with it. And this is going to be probably a distraction all season long up until he's off of the roster. And part of that is his fault, and part of that is obviously we're just the Lakers. We get attention all the time. So it's a mix. He played well last game. He had a better second half than he did the first half. First half, he was out of control, turning the ball over, missing layups in the first quarter. But the second half, I'll give him credit. He went off a little bit. But this is what I don't like. Like, some players play better once the game is out of reach. Play good when you're still within the game, right? Because what happens, those mistakes cost us to fall behind, and then now you want to play good when we're down 20. So this is why I didn't really praise his play like that, because we're already down 20 by the time he started showing up. Same thing, but I'll be honest with you, AD didn't really have a good game. He had a good first half. He kind of disappeared the second half. LeBron wasn't efficient either. So none of them had a good game. That's why I didn't really go hard on him for that. But I don't like his post-game comments. Those are really silly, and they're distractions. And you're throwing your new coaching staff under the bus. So it just shows how his mentality, how his individuality. Instead of buying into the team, you don't see him with the huddle. You see him focus on his own rituals pregame, and then now this adds to it. So how you want us to react to it? Oh yeah, Russ is just being Russ. Oh yeah, it's cool, no worries. No. Especially when losses happen, you're not going to be able to see happy Laker fans. All right, you want to make happy Laker fans? Deliver wins, not triple doubles. That's not what we're looking for. We don't care about your personal record, bro. Not if it doesn't come with wins. If it comes in a win and you had an impactful triple-double that impacted that win, then we're happy with you. But if you're more focused about getting your stats as we're down 20 and now you want to look good and say, well, I averaged 19 points, so I'm having a good season. No. It's the efficiency and what the scoreboard is looking like at the end that matters to me. He says shooting will be our downfall again this game, unfortunately. Hopefully not. If a couple of more shots can fall, then the floor starts opening up and LeBron and AD and Russ can do their things in the paint. But you're right. If we start breaking everything again and, everybody's just going to collapse down and you won't be able to break it down. You won't be able to break down the defense. It's just going to build the wall in the paint. He said, can AD stop falling? Damn, he's a newborn Bambi. It is unfortunate. And again, the new style of play from these modern players, even Joel Embiid does it. Let's be honest. Joel Embiid always dropping himself on the ground. Always. So it's not like, we have the only big man that flops. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. He said, AR ain't good enough to make an impact on this team. What? Willie, we watching the same game, bro? Nah, you can't say that. Matter of fact, AR is good enough to start. That's how good he is, because it's not just about the numbers. Again, this is where we don't see eye to eye. It's about the chemistry and how they look. LeBron James and him look great playing off of each other. Pay attention tonight if they share some minutes on the court and just see how well they look. Just watch them. Just pay close attention. You'll see. So I'm gonna respectfully disagree with that take, bro. He said, bring out the lucky jacket then. Not again, man. It failed the first night, and I don't want to wear it all out. I'm going to save that for special occasions, like if we're on the fringe of making the playoffs, or if we're in the playoffs and we're down in the season or whatever. That's when I like to bring it out. I brought it out prematurely. Shouldn't have did that. But I will bring it out eventually. I promise you guys this. I'll give you guys time to vote when it happens. He said, yeah, AD needs to stop falling all the time. I agree. The game 84, all Phil and Mill? Wait, what? The AR plays both sides of the floor. Facts. He said, Dan, I follow you for a long time, but come on, champ. He said Westbrook is from LA, and we shouldn't never talk bad about him. Damn, anybody that's playing with LeBron James have to change facts? What? I'm not talking bad about him, bro. Talking bad would be like Westbrook, trash, garbage, get this scumbag off my team. That's talking bad. I'm constructively criticizing him, saying keep your turnovers below 3. This is one thing I'll say this about this new modern era, man. You really can't say anything without people's feelings getting hurt. That's why stand-up comedy is dying. That's why the Dave Chappelle's get booed off the stage and almost stabbed. We need to be able to speak facts without their really, people's feelings getting hurt. It's just facts. Russell Westbrook is not a good fit on this team, and that's a fact. That's not talking bad about him. He could be from LA, or he could be from Mexico, or he could be from anywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to critique him. If Juan Toscano has a shitty game and he costs us a game, I don't care if he's Mexican like me. I'm still going to critique him because I love the franchise more than any individual talent. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm sorry if it rubs you the wrong way, but I always call it like I see it. The way I see it, Russ shouldn't be starting. Now, I'm not saying completely remove him from the rotation or none of that, right? But the way I see it is Russ should come off the bench so we can stagger him and LeBron's minutes and get better floor spacing around AD and LeBron. It might be the same situation for Pat Bev if he keeps shooting up bricks. So it's all about keeping it real, brother. And I'm sorry if it rubs you the wrong way, but that's just me, bro. But I'm glad you've been following for a long time. I appreciate that. He said, what's good, Dan the man? What's good, chat? He said, long time no talk, but we back. Like I never left. My favorite Laker channel, hands down. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. He said Russ should go crazy tonight. That's just the thing. I'm not looking for any crazy individual performances from him. I just want efficient basketball. I'm not asking for too much. Now, if he goes crazy, he drops a 40-point game and we win, I'll be stoked. I'll give him his flowers, everything. So I'm not a Russ hater. I just don't like his personality. I don't think he fits on this team currently as constructed, and that doesn't make me a hater. That makes me a realist, man. And I'm going to do the same thing for AD. If AD cannot stay healthy this season, the trade chatter is going to start spiking up. And rightfully so, right? Why should the Lakers handicap themselves if a player can't stay healthy? As great as he is, he's only good as his availability is. So I hope for my sake, because I'm a big Anthony Davis fan, just like LeBron, I hope for my sake that he's able to show up to work this season. Because if he's not, I won't be able to defend the Lakers from, all the criticism they're gonna get if they hold on to him for an extra season. So everybody gets held accountable equally. But anyways, this is not about me. This is not about Russ. This is about the Clippers versus the Lakers. And the 3 keys for me for tonight is feed the beast, Anthony Davis, key number 1. Limit turnovers. That's a key every single night. We had 21 last game. Keep it to 14 or under, please. All right. And key number 3 is role players. Step up, please. Compete versus the Clipper role players. Because the Clipper role players are going to hit. They got good role players. They got better role players than us. But we got better stars than them. And this is why it should be an even battle. And hopefully we come out victorious on top. But all right, guys. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Whether you agree or disagree with me, man, it's all love at the end of the day as long as we keep it respectful. So much love to y'all, man, for tapping in. Don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe if you already have it. I'll see you guys here for the halftime, unless something comes up. Sometimes I got to run to the market or something. But most likely I'll be here for halftime and for postgame. So enjoy the game, y'all. Much love, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.